conversation I want to share with you this morning is about don't present yourself as overqualified. Now, I hear this all the time. People tell me on a regular basis that they get discriminated against because they're older. And I don't want to address that specifically. I want to address a piece of that, which is being overqualified. And overqualified is when a hiring manager feels that they're interviewing you and you may be more than they need, and then A, they may not be able to afford you, or B, you may not be willing to stay. Overqualified is real, and it's important to address, and it starts with your own ideas, thoughts, words, and actions. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. First of all, you need to know who you are and what you want to do. You need to be true to this for yourself. And what I mean by that is this. Just because you worked in a large organization and high-powered role in the past and put in a lot of hours and traveled a lot and you did all these great things may not mean that that's what you need to be doing, should be doing, want to be doing today. So you've got to get clear on what it is that you want to do. So you're clear about who you are and all aspects of this journey of finding the next place to hang out and be a contributing member of or a leader of. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to be proud of who you are, be proud of your experiences, and be proud of your goals. That is a key ending statement. Be proud of your goals, of where are you going. You've been on this long journey. You've achieved all these great things, accomplished all these great things, but what are your goals? And you've got to be really clear about those. And then align in your conversation, your messaging, your discussions, what are the relevant experiences and what are the relevant accomplishments related to the goals. Now what you need to do when you're getting into conversations with people, whether it's networking or interviewing or whatever the activity is, you need to present yourself with confidence and clarity without being pompous. This is important. I can picture conversations with people who I wanted to bring in and do a particular task, and they were overly pompous and even use words like, dude, this would be a piece of cake. Dude, this would be a walk in the park. You can't be that. You can be confident and clear about who you are and what you can do without being pompous, without presenting yourself beyond the position that you're talking about. Furthermore, you've got to realize that this conversation you're having is with a hiring manager, a business owner, a department head, or a board of directors leader, whoever. This conversation is about how you can come in and listen to this word, help them. And when you're having a conversation about helping people, it's not about coming in and forcing them to change. It's not about coming in and making these grandiose adjustments in how they do it and completely revamping all their processes or their business or their technology or their people. It's about helping them. More often than not, business owners, hiring managers, department heads are looking for someone who can now come in and help them. Now, they may present to you the different levels of help they're looking for. You need to present to them based on that level of help that they are looking for, how you will help them accommodate that. Again, know that the interview is about coming in and helping an organization be successful, help an organization achieve their goals. Know that it's everything you talk about should be around helping them, not taking over them, not completely re-engineering them, unless that's the help they're looking for. So remember that word help. Here's another perspective. Don't over-present your extended skills and experiences. When you're having a conversation, they're asking you questions about, what can you do to help them and how will you help them? You need to be clear about what is the help they want. What is the solution they're looking for, the goal they're trying to achieve, the risk they're trying to mitigate, the value they're trying to produce. And you need to present your skills and your experiences around that. When you blow up all and deliver all these stories way beyond what they need, you're going to quickly be perceived as overqualified. So keep your conversations about your skills and your experiences relevant to the help that they need, the goals they're trying to achieve. Here's another thought. Don't gloat about working for larger organizations. Just because you work with KPMG and did this huge project, that may not be overly important to the hiring manager, the business owner, the department head who works for a small organization. Now, granted, they should know that you work for these large organizations, but don't blow it out of proportion relevant to the role, relevant to the company's needs, relevant to their goals. Don't overpromise what you can or will do for them. Now, granted, you might be able to do all these things way beyond what they want, but don't overcommit that. Matter of fact, I would minimize the conversation about what else you can do unless they ask about that. That'd be very purposeful, and don't overpromise, don't overcommit. If your conversation is about coming in and helping implement a new CRM system, well, by golly, that's what you need to talk about. Now, the only reason I would talk about doing something bigger than that, or an e-commerce solution or some other system, is if they ask about it. Then you can say, those are areas that I've had ability I can do. Right now, we're focused on your CRM system. I really want to help you be successful at that. And along the way, we'll discover other things we can do as we move forward. But focus on what their needs are. Focus on what their goals are, and nothing beyond that except where they want to have that discussion. Another thought, show willingness and even eagerness to keep learning new ideas. Granted, you've got all these skills, you've got all these experiences, you've got all this education that is relevant to their goals. But you should also let them know that you know that part of their success will be for you to keep learning and keep growing. And furthermore, it may be you need to learn more about their industry. You need to learn more about their systems and their processes and their technology and their people and their clients. And you know that's important for you to be successful helping them achieve their goals. If you're not willing to learn about their industry, their company, their processes, their systems, their products, their customers, their peers, their employees, their interests, their wishes, their yearnings, if you're not willing to learn about that, then you're going to come off as overqualified, maybe even a little bit pompous. Another way to talk about oversharing, don't overshare your accomplishments, especially when they're not relevant to the company, the role, and the industry. Just because you designed this grandiose multi-location ERP system and tied it to Great Plains Dynamics back in 1990 that saved an organization millions of dollars a year, that may not be overly important to them. So don't go diving into these grandiose accomplishments, again, unless they're relevant to the role, the company, and the industry. So it is possible that you won't get this job. It is possible that no matter how well you present yourself, they found someone else they feel is more qualified to do what they need done. And if that happens, you have to very deliberetely move on gracefully. And what that means is send them a message, call them, send them an email, whatever method you have of communicating with them. Thank them for the conversation. Wish them all the best in their journey, and let them know if at any time in the future that they think that a conversation with you might be helpful to them, then let them know you're always open to those conversations. Doing so can present yourself for future opportunities of that organization, if relevant and appropriate. Additionally, you will be then presenting yourself to the hiring manager and or anyone else involved as a professional. And those words could be passed on to others that may be relevant to you and in your next opportunity. Move on gracefully. Look, the only thing you have the ability to impact is your thoughts, your words, in your actions, the way you deliver your message, the way you listen to others, and the way you care for them during the conversation. You have no ability to control how they think. You have no ability to control what decisions they make. All you have the ability to do is present yourself in the best possible way so that you can potentially overcome any challenge. And in this conversation, the overqualified challenge.